Welcome to the London Stock Exchange. Can you feel it? The buzz of energy just before the market opens. Feels like the whole city is waiting. We love this moment. For most people, when they think of this place, they think of share prices. All those green and red numbers scrolling around the building. But behind those numbers, there are other deeper values that are just as important. The value of delivery, from media to medicines, from technology to tea. Capital markets help finance the products and services that we use every day. The value of innovation, from vaccines to batteries, breakthroughs don't come cheap. We connect great ideas to capital, helping to build a better future for everybody. And values like trust. For 300 years, trust has been at the heart of every transaction in this city. It still is. Hence our motto, our word is our bond. Today and every day, these are the values behind the numbers. And they're the reason that we're able to bring you moments like this. It's only seconds away now. Everyone is holding their breath. Let's not keep them waiting. It's time to hit the button and open London's market.
In life, there are many paths to cross. Many lines you can take. The path of the creator. The one who strives every day for a new idea. The path of the scientist. And the path of the artist. For the one is incomplete without the other. The striding path, where the longest steps will take you there. Everywhere. The path of responsibility, leading to the common good, and the humble path that illuminates the past and embraces the future. And most of all, the always evolving path, the one that knows no stop and can only take you forward. Many paths, many lines, but if you can unite all these to one and make it something bigger and make it your path, your road, then you can really make a difference. Then you are METLEN. Forging a better, safer, and more resilient world by powering economies, creating opportunities, and investing in critical raw materials. Always ahead of the global trends, leading the global energy transition. Transforming industries in more than 40 countries across the 5 continents with a commitment that goes beyond business, driving progress, shaping tomorrow. Always made of metal and full of energy. METLEN Energy and Metals.
Kalimera. That is the first time I've said that on the balcony of the London Stock Exchange, but not the first time I've said it. So good morning, everybody. My name is Julia Hoggett. I'm the CEO of the London Stock Exchange, and we are delighted to welcome you all here today to celebrate METLEN Energy and Metals' introduction to our market. I'd like to give a special welcome to Chairman and CEO Evangelos Mytilineos and the entire METLEN team who've made today possible. Well done, everybody. Nobel Prize. And congratulations on achieving what you've just achieved just now. So today we celebrate a really significant milestone for a company which traces its roots back to 1908. From a small family-run metallurgy business in the beautiful coastal city of the Piraeus to the largest homegrown company in Greece, which under the visionary leadership of Chairman and CEO, today is a leading global energy and metals powerhouse with operations in 40 countries and employing more than 9,100 people worldwide, as you saw on the video. Now, at the London Stock Exchange, we pride ourselves in being the most international exchange in the world and home to global leaders in the energy and industrial sector. And it is a huge honour to provide a stage for METLEN to continue its global growth journey. I can't overstate how delighted we are to welcome you to London. And for a company that's not unfamiliar with making history, and I know is going to make much more in the many years to come, we thought you might like to know that METLEN's introduction today is our largest European listing in half a decade, and it ranks in the top 3 equity listings in London this year, so you really are making your mark. METLEN's journey is a testament to the power of vision, innovation, and dedication, and we're confident that with the continued support of London's investors, METLEN will not only achieve its goals, but continue to reach new heights. So thank you, Evangelos, and Mr. Chairman, the floor is yours. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Dame Julia, Tom, and all the colleagues of the London Stock Exchange, we thank you very much for such a warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you, and thank you for joining us on this historic day for the company. Today marks a major milestone in our company's journey as we celebrate the start of the trading on the London Stock Exchange, one of the world's leading and most dynamic financial markets. This is not just a listing, it is a statement of intent. METLEN has transformed over the past decades, diversifying our portfolio, scaling up internationally, and becoming a significant player across the energy and metal sectors in over 42 countries across all 5 continents with over 9,000 employees. With over 90% shareholder support in our recent share exchange offer, today's listing in London reflects the scale, maturity, and global ambition of METLEN as we become METLEN Energy and Metals Public Limited Company. This move isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. And it's not the end of an era, it's the beginning of a new era. A primary listing in London gives us access to deeper capital markets, enhanced visibility, and the opportunity to be included in the FTSE UK index series by September. It's a key step in accelerating our international growth and in positioning METLEN where it belongs, on the global stage. We are entering this next chapter with clear ambition, and we will continue to grow the way we always have, through disciplined investment, operational excellence, and a growth mindset that has powered METLEN's evolution to date. This is not a new direction. It's an acceleration of the momentum we have already built, and we are more than ready for it. Again, a sincere thank you to the London Stock Exchange for welcoming us here. And thank you to our investors, our employees, and our partners for your continued belief in our vision. We are just getting started, ladies and gentlemen.
Bravo, brother. Bravo.
Good luck, eh?
I was going to say, if we can have this performance at the start of the day every morning, then if you want to come and open the stock exchange every morning, that would be great.
I'll be here every morning.
But it illustrates the value that you've already created by this strategic transaction. So many, many congratulations. I think that phrase that this is just the beginning is really true. We always view our partnership with companies when they list on the exchange, not just as this initial transaction, but an ongoing relationship to support you to achieve your global ambition. And we will be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure to have you. Now, this is not, as is probably not a surprise, being the London Stock Exchange, this is not the end of our ceremonials. This is only the beginning of it. So if I can ask you all now to come back upstairs to the various rooms where we'll be hosting people for the next stage of our celebration of what has already been a pretty impactful morning. So thank you very much indeed, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.